Welcome into Hook 'em High. Today, we're going over the most basic gear that you need for ice fishing. All right, first things first, before you even go out on the ice, you need to know your lake. See here, this beautiful lake? Well, you need to research it before you come out here. So, things to know about your lake. What fish are in there, what the depth is, and if there's any structures. You can find those on aquatic maps and also your Department of Wildlife Resources. They will usually have maps of lakes where you can find out what's in it. So that is the first thing, knowing where you're fishing and what you're fishing for. Okay, so you need a thing to carry all your gear out on. Get yourself a sled. You can find them anywhere. Home Depot even sells them, but most sportsman places like Bass Pro Shop or Shields will have those for you. A sled will help you carry all your gear. Next thing you need is a way to get through the ice. You can use a hatchet when the ice is usually pretty thin, around 4 to 6 inches. I like to use this when I go up to high elevation lakes. Or what most people use are augers. This one's an electric auger. It is way nice. And then there are also handheld augers as well. The only difference is the one is more expensive and one takes you a lot longer to get through. Electric and gas augers, you get through the ice very fast. Hand augers, it might take you a little longer, but it's only around $80. But as long as you get through the ice and make a hole, you're set. Once you've got your hole all drilled, there's going to be ice in it. This is an ice scoop. You will need an ice scoop to get all the ice out, unless you want to do it by hand, which is very cold and your fingers will go numb. All right, now that you got your hole and your scoop all clean, it's time to take a seat. Have a seat in a nice comfy chair. Other people use buckets, benches, or even just use their knees. But I like the chair because it's nicer on your back and your knees as well. All right, now what are your fish gonna eat? You need to entice them with some nice lures right here. They can be spoons or plastics or many different things like this. They can come in all different colors. It just really depends on what your fish is into that day. And then always tip them with some bait if the lake allows it. This one here is tipped with a mealworm. What we're using at this lake is sucker meat. It might be different for each time. It just is what the fish want. But yeah, get yourself an assortment of lures, get them in a nice cute little box like this, and you'll be good to go. All right, and finally, now that you got your bait and your hook already set, you're good to start fishing with a wonderful, nice ice fishing pole. Ice fishing poles come in all different prices, shapes, and sizes. What I like here just depends on what you're fishing for. If you're fishing for panfish, look for a pole that's a little bit lighter action, slower action, because it'll be more sensitive to the type of fish that you're fishing. If you're going for trout, maybe something a little bit more durable, like a fast action rod. This will help you get there and catch the fish so you are ready to handle whatever bites your line. All right, so what we just went over are the absolute basics of what you need to have a good time ice fishing. What we're gonna go over now is just some things that will give you added comfort to your ice fishing day. For example, we have the jaw jacker here. This one's really nice. You just pick a spot, drill a hole, get it down to the depth that you want, and it will catch the fish for you basically. All you gotta do is reel in. Let's say a fish comes along, takes a bite, sets the hook for you. You rip it out and start reeling. That's as good as it gets. It's like a second hand. It's awesome. All right, another great thing to have is, if you don't like sitting in the cold or even in the wind, is an ice tent. These things are awesome. They hold in heat pretty well and they shelter you from the elements. All right, let's go check out what else we have inside the tent. So now that you're in the tent, keep yourself warm with a little heating buddy, a little heater here. These things are great, little propane guys, and they are not toxic to your health. So they're good, they'll keep you warm and won't kill you. Last but not least, we have a fishing finder. This thing is awesome. It is one of the greatest things that you can have out on the ice. It'll tell you the depth, if there's a fish there, and it'll even tell you the temperature of the water sometimes. This is an old model, but they come in different shapes and sizes, different prices as well. Some are more advanced, some are not. It's just up to your liking. But basically, the most important thing on a fish finder that you need is finding out the depth and seeing if a fish is there. All right, and this is just a little thing, but when you're out here, especially on sunny days, the sun will be blinding off of this snow. So get yourself some sun protection with some shades and also put on some sunscreen because yes, you will get burnt even in the winter. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this and figure out some things that you may need for your next ice fishing adventure. If you did, like and subscribe and we'll see you out here. Only on Hook 'em High.